That sounds good.
I'm curious, Cory, have you, in terms of your dreams, have you achieved your dreams, or what do you still have left to accomplish? Are you?
So, I think my parents have given me a lot of opportunity to do all the things that I've wanted to do. So I've done just about everything I'm in my fourth career now. I'm a good millennial. We change every 3 or 4 years. And I've been doing this hard since 2014. So I am ready for a change. I am set up to start in the United States Air Force Chaplain Corps. And people laugh and they say, well, you're going to retire to the Air Force? Absolutely. I don't have to travel. I don't have to have an assistant to drive me. I don't have to do all the night and weekend work. I hired one of my wedding planners recently, about a year ago, for my pest control company. She doesn't get paid as much as she did, but she said, Cory, for the first time in 20 years, I've had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And it's changed her entire life and her relationship that she just got married to. So, that's the type of wholeness that I think I'm seeking, like to be less on the move because my hustle has been so strong. I've been working really hard and diligent on credentials like the psychotherapy work and the board certified chaplain things. And I have 2 master's degrees and all that. So, I've done the hustle and I've done all the credentialing, and now I'm just ready to have a 9 to 5 and do counseling. 20 years ago, I would have told you I would have been a lawyer, straight, married, 2.5 kids, and a white picket fence. I'm married to a man with a white picket fence with 2 dogs. One just died. I get paid as much as a lawyer now, and I am happy. So I'm constantly looking forward, never staying where I'm at. Even as the #1 wedding pastor in the Commonwealth, I'm constantly seeing how many more weddings can I do, how many more people can I set up. So when I leave, I'll still have a money stream set up because my name, my brand will still be present, but I will go to all of my associates, and so we'll all make money in that sense. So it's while I go bask in the United States Air Force all over the world.
It's interesting that you put that way. It reminds me of when I worked in TV news and I had to work a bunch of holidays, and it's kind of like nights and weekends for you. It's just you don't think about all of the time that's necessary to go into something like that, and it's cool that you recognize that and are going to do something different, but still have some meaning behind it.
Yeah, I go on vacation a lot because I need the mind break from all the hustle that I do. Maybe every 3 to 4 months, I'm somewhere, spending some time. But I see all these older couples, these couples in their 60s, 70s, 80s, who are enjoying for the first time a retired life. I mean, they might be massively rich and able to live in Aruba or wherever for like 6 months out of the year. But they spend an entire life in jail working for that. So I'm at a place where I just want to live and love life so much. I think that's why I like you and your Mrs. Ryan, sir, because you too, I see you all these living your life so well, and with concerts and travel, and it's inspiring, and it's just something that I think is important for all people to find.
Well, thanks, Cory. Yeah. It's
he's blushing. I can see it. Like
with the well, I mean, it's one of those things, though, in the sense of I appreciate the saying that it's an inspiration, because we live it's such a crazy world out there where people are so quick to throw shade on somebody, and we never want to come across as bragging or anything. It's just like, we're living a happy life. We want to share that happiness with people, and we hope that everyone enjoys it as much as we do, and we enjoy everyone else's vacation pictures as much as they do as well. And it's just we never. It's just always it's interesting, the world that we live in. That said, Cory, have you had the opportunity to do any destination weddings? And if so, where is the coolest place that you were able to do one?
So I'm kind of expensive, so people don't often bring me with them. They usually see me before they go to their destination because they don't want the Mexican needle in their arm or whatever. I I flew out to Cape Cod in June. That was kind of fun. I've never been to Cape Cod. It's a different world up there. Seafood's a lot different up there too. I had a lot of fun. I was in Florida, like Naples area, and at the New Year. That's kind of fun too. I think I was in Myrtle Beach once. So, quick drives, quick flights, those types of places.
There's the website. So if you have a bucket list, for those that are watching, there's the website on the screen. So if you have a bucket list destination wedding, then where is it? And people can go to this site and book you.
Absolutely. I want to go to. I love the Caribbean, so I haven't been to. What's the island that's straight out from Virginia?
Bermuda.
Bermuda. I've never been to Bermuda.
It's an interesting place. So people don't realize this. Whatever the weather is in Virginia is the weather that it is there. So you need to go
in the summer.
Or else you'll be freezing because it's in the middle of the Atlantic.
I feel like you learned this a different way, huh?
No. I've only gone in warm times, I guess.
Okay,
summer or fall probably. But it's definitely a place where you gotta strategically. You gotta also worry about the fall because of hurricanes. So, and I think they get more hurricanes than us because I guess a lot of them that just
go out that way. So. Yeah.
Well, Cory, what's something we haven't talked about today that you normally talk about or want to talk about?
We can talk about my pest control company, or young entrepreneurship. I don't know. I don't know. I'm good. I think we talked about enough.
I mean, one thing, we had a guest who had a pest control company probably a year or so ago, and we asked him what the biggest horror story that he had. It wasn't exactly like they had like 27 garbage bags of pests that they had to haul out of this.
Insects, yeah. That was the day he realized he wanted to do it the rest of his life.
Well, that's quite the story. I think every single not secretly, I'm the leading expert on bed bugs and roaches for Hampton Roads. I learned one of my best friends is the world leading expert, so we travel a lot together. And so being that I'm the cockroach whisperer or the bed bug whisperer, so I get to see some of the dirtiest things. And when things are falling in my head and I'm wondering, I'm like, I have too many master's degrees for this. I don't want this life of bugs in my hair, or when I get home, the paranoia, did I bring home the bed bugs, or whatnot. So, but I think the worst story I had, a whole community contacted a news channel and they asked for some help, and there wasn't really much help for them. So I taught this community how to get rid of the rats that was breeding in this vacant, abandoned home. But the worst part of it was the city didn't want to help at all. They actually called me to complain that we're killing all these rats now, and now I need to pick them up. I said, this was your issue to begin with. And I put my dollars and donated to fix this for the
What city?
Newport News. And I was on the phone with the city manager, the Peninsula Health Director, and someone else. And
Hashtag rat life.
Yeah. And literally were arguing with me about this. And I'm like, this is your issue, but don't worry. I will go around the 75 neighbors and teach them how to bag their own rats that are dead on their property. And then you guys can live happily ever after. And that's how we resolved that.
I have a mouse story. I have a mouse story, but I killed that myself. I named it, my wife named it Templeton. And that was about 5 years ago. And we lived in a building at that time, and it would somehow get through because there was a crawl space, I guess. So they would live there, and then they would come through. And I kept noticing that the dog food was in like this plastic container, and there would be like these no mouse in there, but I would see that it had gotten open, and I was like, okay, well this is weird. Well, finally, actually Christmas morning, Templeton decided to come out, and I had a broom. And let's just say Templeton didn't make it to the day after Christmas, and that was a big son of a rat. So yeah, it was. I feel bad for that community, for all of them in Newport News, but Templeton.
They're rat free. I like your story about Templeton. I just feel bad because I love the character of Templeton in that movie.
So is he from a movie? Maybe that's where my wife came up with the name.
Yeah, I think it's Charlotte's Web, maybe. So
I'm gonna look that up. Cory, it's been great. Appreciate you being here today, and continued success. And we'll chat soon.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Cory. It's great.
Are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at zackmillersays.com/Anomaly Academy.